From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Cincinnati Bengals. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Mike 58, right there. I know he ain't got it.
They'll run on first down. Hurd. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
On 2nd and 9. Newton. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Like 80. Come on, baby.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Derrick Henry. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. The tackle by Eric Armstead. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Come on, let's go. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Gun.
On 2nd and 9, Newton, and he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. On 1st down, Hurd found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Gun.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37.
2nd and 5 now. Newton trying to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Hey, what's up?
A shotgun snap for Newton. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing is Newton. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Great.
They will go for it. Now Newton going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
58 for Mike. Hey, let's go. Zoom. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. That's right.
From the gun, here's Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Great. Trump. Alert 3. 53 to Mike.
To throw again. Newton is pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down at a 2-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. On third down, Hurd, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Jalen Hurd, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half. And some of these
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton. That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Adam Thielen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
3rd and 11.
Here we go, here we go. Blue 30. Shoot. Hey, pick 44. 34 at the mic. I got you. Hey, check back 34. Mike, 34. Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they get to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And now it's 2nd down.
Hey, 180. 51's a mic. Express! 20. Come on. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Throwing again. Newton. Dancing to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. This time, Roethlisberger will throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Roethlisberger. This will be caught just inside the 10. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Draw play, this is Henry. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On the carry, it's Cannon. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ready? 180. 46 to Mike. Here I come. Jack Nicker.
They go again with Cannon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Like 30. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. And watch your legs.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th.
Mike 46. Mike 46. We ain't giving it. Exit.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm scared.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to slip. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 30 yards there. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
It's just me and you. It's just me and
From the gun, Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Got a man, Slayton. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 39, Roethlisberger. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
I'm here all day. 58's the money.
On first down, Newton going up top. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. A big pickup of 38.
Ready? Get it. Hey! Gun. Slam. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. Great. 58 to Mike, 58. Great. Watch the pass. You got
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal. To throw is Newton. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. Now the extra point try forthcoming. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Houston. 56 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll run it again with Henry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Roethlisberger. And able to find John Brown. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. John Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Texans 14.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line. spins away. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up second down.
Here we go. 188. 8. Here I come.
To throw again. Newton. Flush to his right. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Newton. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left, and that's caught inside the 35. It's a gain of 35. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Here's Newton. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Great. Check 24.
Newton throwing again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shelton. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 16.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, Newton. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
At the Texans' 17-yard line.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. The shotgun snap for Newton. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Ha-Ha Clinton Dix with a pick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Middle. He's mine. Check 15.
Now Roethlisberger back into his end zone. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I got to get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. And a big 32-yard play on third. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Roethlisberger will throw. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Newton, and avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Newton's going to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
58 for Mike, 58. That's it. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Hey, 58.
From the gun, here's Newton. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Newton. This is caught. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Cam Newton keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will get them one closer. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken very short. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Throwing here, Newton. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Newton. He's going to let this one go deep. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by